Something about Davrin is very soothing to me. You know what I mean? The male characters in this game, Lucanus as well, he's got kind of like a chill vibe. They've got the right stuff. I like them. This might be the first Dragon Age game where I genuinely like the male companions more than the female ones. Because, like, who is taking Fenris more places than Aveline? Aveline's way better. Way better banter, you know? Meryl, Isabella, you know?
Like a song in a wine glass. Are those voices?
I don't know, like Wynn and Morrigan and Liliana for Origins, and like Cassandra and well, not Vivienne, but a lot of people don't like Sarah either. But Cassandra, you know, she's pretty cool. She's there. Yeah, I guess. Wow, on the whole, I do like the male companions more in Inquisition, but there's more of them, so I feel like that doesn't really count. You know, like if they outnumber them. I guess in Dragon Age 2 there's Varric, and I do like Anders. He is interesting. He's an interesting character to have in the party. And in Origins I like Zevran. Alistair's alright. I feel like I need to do more Dragon Age Origins playthroughs where I take Alistair places, because I feel like I ignore him a lot when I play, because he's very, like, protagonisty, you know what I mean? Selva. Thank you. Right.
What do spirits spend money on? Never mind. What do you have?
What do spirits spend money on? Okay, I mean, fair point, I guess. Poor Nev, dude. I feel so bad for her. I'm not gonna lie, that really sucked.
Lucanus, if you lose control of Spite, I'll have to put you both down. No hard feelings.
Good. But you should know, all the people who ever tried to kill me are dead.
My boys are getting along. They're trying. They're getting along. They're doing their best. I don't know what to I don't know what to say about that.
This is it. But no sign of the professor.
A professor?
I hope he's here and that he doesn't mind us disturbing him. He is a senior necromancer. I don't... Oh!
Wow.
Visitors! What a marvelous surprise! Any trouble with the lift? Our last guests were stuck for hours. Poor souls. Oh. Professor Emmrich Volkaren of the Morn Watch.
Hello, Professor. We've never met, well, in person, but I've been writing to you.
Belara, my dear girl. What a pleasure.
I love
Surely
them
you didn't
already.
come all this
Oh
way
my
just to
God.
see me.
Actually,
They're still shaking
we
hands.
did. You see, we need a Fade expert. I'm Rook.
Charmed.
I didn't expect such a warm welcome. Considering.
Please, don't be put off. The workforce is perfectly harmless. I'd be pleased to continue our conversation after I tend to some small business here. I must investigate. Would you two mind accompanying me further into the shrouded halls?
Toward that screaming?
Something's gone awry in this part of the necropolis, Rook. The dead stir more easily than they should.
I love this guy's voice acting. He's actually really reminding me of Dorian. He's got the vibe.
What's that ahead?
There's no
Strange.
shot this character
These
wasn't written
halls
to be
should be
gay.
under the protection of the bell.
Is that a despair demon?
Fascinating, isn't it? They shouldn't be able to breach the shrouded halls at all.
Hello, green light. Hello, orbs. I'm pondering these orbs.
Get out of there!
Anders vessel. Well, hang on, wait a minute. Like Anders the character? Like the guy? Like the dude? Like Anders the guy my male hawk romance? That guy? Got him.
It's vital we discover why that spirit manifested here.
Lead the way, Professor.
I love this guy. He's so chill. Landers? No, Anders.
We'll need a wisp to unseal the doors leading out. Could you please find one and bring it here?
Okay. How?
Give your greetings, and the wisp will follow.
Nev likes those. She's always hanging out with wisps. Or she was until she decided we weren't friends anymore. Hello, sir.
Hello.
Ah, wisps are the simplest of spirits, but quite helpful. Bring the wisp here, and we can unseal the doors.
Am I allowed to shoot that? No. Here, bud. You like it?
Doors open. Where to now?
This should lead us to the upper chambers, where we can free the bell. There's someone I'd like to consult with on the way.
Oh, that's right. I forgot I can break things. I'm not sure if it helps, but it makes me feel better. I love when a story's analog for death is just a chill guy. Yeah, he's the necromancer, but he's just a... Wait, analog for death? Is that a spoiler? Not death themselves, just thematically like death. I was about to be like, okay, yeah. Because if I meet
Here's our second
another character
Just waiting for us.
in my Dragon Age
Almost
games
polite.
I assure you,
turns
Lord
out to
Warden,
secretly
not
be a
everything
god
in
or
the
something,
necropolis is as
I
hostile
swear.
as despair.
Take your word for it.
Or if they become one, you know? That was Morrigan's arc, basically. Okay, one more.
There's the last wisp.
Good. Let's return to
I
the
love
door.
Emmrich so much. Of all the characters we've met so far, I think he's my favorite. For a minute there it was Lucanus. But I think now it's Emmrich.
Well done. Past these chambers, we'll find some assistance with reaching the bell. Despair is far more pervasive than I'd thought. We must stop who's ever drawing these spirits here, Rook.
You think a person's behind all the despair demons?
Oh yes, mortals are their prime attraction. Tell me, Rook, where are you from?
I grew up in Tevinter.
Our cousins in Magecraft to the north. You must tell me about your journeys once we're above ground.
Where's Emmrich from? That's the one thing is like I feel like with this game, like we're teleporting around so much, it's hard to get a good like sense of space, you know what I mean? Like with Inquisition, at least in the base game, this wasn't really true in Trespasser, but in the base game you kind of have to like unlock areas. And in Origins you kind of have to traverse between them. This game really is like Dragon Age 2. I can't believe they made Dragon Age 2 too. He can
Think I
talk
hear
to
someone.
dead people?
This map is useless. We wasted 3 slaves in those traps. If that hand of
Oh,
glory
I think
burns
these are the
down,
bad guys. Like that scene in Origins when you go to the Elven alienage in Denerim.
Found those Venatori.
What's
They
up,
had
guys?
no place
You know
in
what would
these
be
walls.
really funny?
I could use the practice.
I am your vessel!
I am reinforced.
Oh, dude. That rocks. I'm not even dodging at this point.
More of that, Rook. The Imperium, we are failing. Let's fight. On it.
Thanks, Gavrin.
Continue your map!
No problem.
I like that they have dialogue thanking each other.
Your life for theirs. Nice hit, Rook.
Instead of dodging, I just killed
What
someone.
are the Venatori after?
Oh
Gold?
my God.
Artifacts?
Raw magic. Their first envoys were obsessed with gathering power for some new masters.
Ah, I'll fill you in on them later.
New woke game is secretly a remake of beloved classic. Actually, I feel like a lot of people hate on Dragon Age 2. It's not that bad, you know? Like, okay, I get it. Like, if you've played Inquisition and Origins, you'd somebody would probably, I guess between two of those games, the two of those games, most people would probably like those more. Some people would probably like Inquisition more. A lot of people say they like Origins more. But I do kind of feel like
There's
it's
one,
just
Jane.
Excellent.
it's not a bad game, you know?
yes!
It's actually pretty good. Hot take, Dragon Age 2, pretty good game. I have a video about this, actually. About one of the most underrated aspects of that game. It's on my Patreon for patrons, and will be on the main channel, I think, sometime next fall.
Make it count, Emmrich.
How, dude? He's just blocking. Now you're on fire.
There, finish them, bro.
I love picking a guy up by his leg and killing him.
It's over.
That's my favorite thing to do. I don't really think... This is another, like, controversial hot take that I have, but I don't really think about lore that much. Lore is really important, like, when you're deciding how you want to write a story, you know? Because your quote-unquote lore is just the backstory that you're working with, what's been established. But, like, people have this fetishistic idea of lore in our culture. I know that's not you guys, but, like, you'll know who I'm talking about. Where, like, just because an idea has been established means that, like, if you do something else, you're, like...
That's the last chain.
Somehow wronging
Return
the
to the
original
lower level to ring the
creation.
bell.
You know? Like, people were like that with the Holdo maneuver in The Last Jedi, or, like, I'm trying to think of, like, what else. Like, with Krem being transgender in Inquisition, Dragon Age Inquisition. There's, like, a ton of stuff where people talk about it like it's a lore break, but then if you actually read into it, it's like, oh, there's a lore reason why it happens. Like the Last Jedi Holdo maneuver thing. I don't know if you guys know anything about that. That debate about that movie took like a year off my life, but I don't know if you know anything about that whole situation. The reason why that works canonically is because that ship has an experimental shield drive, such that when it makes contact with the other ships, it cuts through them like that and disintegrates them. That's why that happens.
Be ready. The ritual to wake the bell will draw Despair's attention.
And any more Venatori.
I'll need you to keep them occupied while I work.
I love it. Yeah. Classic little quest situation here. Let's go. Ooh, gold. Yeah, I mean, and I just want to front load, like, anybody can like whatever they want to like, or think stuff is good or bad or whatever. It doesn't bother me any. But the thing that's crazy to me
There's the
is that,
Venatori.
like, people act like it's so obvious. Like, oh, if you're deviating, you must be doing something wrong. It's like, why are you guys becoming traditionalists for Star Wars films? What is wrong with you? You know? Like, that's just... It's perverse and ironic, but it's also, like, deeply unserious, because it's not even, like, there are no rules like that, you know? The idea that just because something has been established means that you can't do something new. It's like, okay, well, Mara Jade wasn't in The Force Awakens, you know? People are like, well, they did a new canon. Okay, yeah, you can do new stuff with old stuff, you know? And it doesn't all have to be a change either. Like, okay, let's just say for the sake of argument that you had a canon in Star Wars that established that when lightsabers touch water, they short out. And then you were to create an animated series called, I don't know, the Clone Wars micro-series. And in that animated series, there's a scene where Kit Fisto, the Jedi, the amphibious Jedi from the Jedi Council, uses his green lightsaber, his iconic green lightsaber, underwater without it shorting out. And in fact, it creates a unique little effect in the water that looks really cool, and people like it. They like the scene. Now, if it's because it's well made and because people enjoy it, you know, everybody likes it. But canonically, you just did a quote-unquote lore break. You did. Because before, if that other stuff is a lore break, okay, well, I gotta shatter these ahead of time, I guess. Because if the Holdo maneuver is a lore break, then lightsabers working underwater is also a lore break, right? Because it's a thing that, like, technically there is a canon reason for it, but it's a deviation that isn't automatically explained. Kit Fisto doesn't stop the action, look into the camera and say, by the way, if you're wondering how my lightsaber works, I made it special. You know? Like, that's silly. Why is everybody so silly these days? That movie was so, I don't understand the hatred it gets. I mean, I don't know, like, I kind of feel like the new Star Wars movies, you know, like, one thing I don't like about them is they feel like they don't really have, like, a solid philosophical direction, you know? Like, when the thing about George Lucas is he's got a lot of, like, esoteric, political, and philosophical opinions. So every time he does anything, it's like, there's always a little slant to it. And I always felt like that, you know, in Star Wars, that was that good George Lucas flavor. We all, you know, if you're me, I guess, I don't, maybe other people didn't care. But if you're me, that was the stuff that I liked about it, you know? Like, when I was a little kid, yeah, I came for the lightsabers and the space magic and the lasers and stuff. But I stayed for the thing that makes it provocative. And I feel like the new ones had the other stuff. So, you know, it's still good for kids.
Shows itself.
But at the same time, I feel like it's important to have the stuff that strings the adults along, too.
It
you know?
worked. No more despair.
I like the direction of The
Pretty
Last
impressive.
Jedi. I like the
Thank
visual
you.
kind
But
of style of
let's
it.
ensure these cultists didn't
You
leave
know,
anything
the way
dangerous
a lot
behind.
of that stuff was made, I thought
I'll
was,
ask our attendants to gather their bodies
well
later,
done,
of course.
you know. Like, I didn't understand people who criticized, like, Rian Johnson's like, directing style for that film, because I think it came out perfectly fine. But with the new films in general and broadly, that's just how I feel about them.
And this
So it's
is
just a weird
a
situation.
severed hand.
It can't be. A hand of glory? The Venatori should never have this. I must find out where it came from.
Isn't that like a real, I mean, real, quote unquote, but that's like an actual, like, IRL occult thing, a hand of glory? The severed, shrunken hand thing? I'm familiar with that.
Let me know when you'd like to return to the chambers above.
Let's get back to the lighthouse.
You can tell me why you've sought out a Fade expert on the way?
Get the exposition out of the way. Reminds me of Neryl's Last Jedi video talking about the Force
I know,
as a
it's a
plot
lot.
device versus
But I
lore.
swear we've seen the
I don't
blighted
think I've
elven
seen
gods
that, but I'll have to
ourselves.
check that out.
It would
sounds
explain
interesting.
recent Oniric disruptions.
At the least, the implications of what Rook's witnessed are... thank you, Manfred.
Manfred.
No one ever brings me tea after I slog through a haunted crypt.
My assistant, Manfred. Always thoughtful.
You spoke of danger to the Fae.
His captions are in
The
all
elven
caps.
gods planted Territ wide open to get to the Blight. And they've already messed with it. Demons, tears in reality. Our team needs a Fate expert.
Many Watchers never depart Navara. But with events so dire,
I'd be delighted to assist.
It has been many years since you left us.
Well, yes, but elven gods, ancient magics. I couldn't bear miss this. Besides, I've spent my life exploring the Fade and speaking to spirits. If Rook needs an expert, none are better qualified than I.
Bring Manfred.
Only if your assistant's coming.
Manfred? But of course.
Welcome aboard.
Wonderful. I'll gather my things. Come, Manfred.
That
The
little
grand
noise.
necropolis was at peace again, and Emmrich was off to a new adventure. But in Navara, nothing stays down for long. The Venatori had unearthed something no one should have, and delivered it to the worst possible person. Emmrich's journey would soon bring him face to face with the gloaming lantern.
Sinister laugh. Rita Repulsa ass laugh. Oh, there's Renard. Neat.
hey,
That looks painful. For them.
yup.
You must be Taash. I'm Rook. Here to help any way I can.
Canary of few words.
The Lords want to hit a cave on the coastal cliffs. Big Vincimer makes her lair there. We get her out, the Lords get in, we go home and get drunk. Might be more on Tom. Don't get in my way.
She seems nice.
I like that
So,
little look
what's the
Lucanus
plan,
gives
exactly?
me. Like,
We need to lure the Vinsimer out of her lair.
okay.
I set
All
bait.
right.
She comes out to eat. My partners loot the lair while she's out here. We'll find the bait on the beach.
You said the dragon we're dealing with was a Vinsimer?
Yeah, blue with a yellow belly. Breathes lightning.
Would you look at that?
We're not fighting her. Lords just want the horde in her lair.
Oh man. Well, everybody,
On Tom ahead. Be ready. They go hard.
they go hard. Oh,
Watch
look at
yourself.
this
They
lovely
have Gatlock
coastline
cannons.
here on current day California.
They haven't seen us yet. We can run.
Hey!
Sure, go ahead.
I brought her down. She's mine by right.
Makara.
Mara Namra Benari Bala! Atash Martarost! Asitarala! Kuto!
Yunasi Bisidan.
Tarala! Come on!
So that she breathes fire. That happens.
Ready when you are. Stay in cover!
Mine cheese.
We need to close in.
You guys seen me dodge everything?
They've got us at range.
We need to close in.
Coming at range.
Stay in cover.
Hitting us at range.
Nicely done, Rook.
That worked out pretty well. He cares about me so much. It's kind of sweet. It is all right.
Snipers! Nice work!
So, you breathe
The dodging
fire.
mixed with the preemptive
Yeah.
shot warnings reminds me of the
Interesting
Hades
trait.
games.
Alchemy?
Yeah.
Magic?
Were we supposed to know this? Because I don't remember you mentioning it.
We can talk later. Let me know when you're ready. I'll burn the chains off the dragon.
Dragons are supposed to be smart. Is she going to know we helped her?
No, she's gonna be pissed. Might just fly off, or we might have to run.
Fortunately, as a crow, I'm accustomed to people being unhappy after I pay them a visit.
Hey, dragon. Goodbye.
As one dragon flew off, now safe to finish its nap, uninterrupted, another was about to wake up. The surviving Antam poachers carried news of a fire-breathing Kunari back to their leader. Taash and the team would soon find themselves being hunted by the Dragon King.
Damn. Okay. Looking forward to
Wonderfully
his
done,
nonsense.
Tash. While you played with the big scary
Isabella!
dragon, we looted the shiny stuff from her cave.
Isabella!
So, Rook, Varric's talked about you. I see he wasn't making shit up this time. They call me Isabella, among other things.
What did you find in the cave?
A lot of dragon shit, gold, some fancy trinkets, and this.
It almost looks like a rune. Does it do anything?
Shit, I hope not.
It conveys knowledge. While not as impressive as a magical explosion, it can still change the world.
Rook, this is Shathan. She's our expert on Kunari artifacts.
This piece predates the Steel Age by centuries. It comes from an earlier attempt at settlement, one that left no survivors. You used your fire.
What? No.
Were you seen by the Antam? You promised you would be careful, Evatash. You need to be away for a while. It is good you are joining Rook's team.
I'm what?
We're looking for a good dragon hunter. That would be you.
Yeah? Our contact here said you'd agreed to join us.
Didn't Shathan... I thought you and your mother had agreed on this.
Nope.
Whoops. Well, you'll work it out. You always do. For gold and glory, Tash. You're
I
welcome
like her
back
big
whenever.
hat.
Rook, pleasure doing business with you.
That gif
Mother.
of the
What did you do?
the
I
pen
thought
and
you would
paper
enjoy the
writing
chance to work with
slowly,
Rook's
and it's like
team.
bursting into flames.
Do you not wish
the
to
writers,
stop
when
these
they wrote the
blighted
line,
dragons?
No.
Of course I do. I might have decided to join on my own. Maybe after you talked to me.
I talked to you about not using your fire in front of the Antam. I will prepare potions for you to take. Would you prefer ginger or lavender?
The ginger.
Hassan
Lavender's
Vinet.
better.
Rook, you will keep her safe.
She strong-armed you onto the team just like that, huh? Looks like. Anyway, welcome to the team. Might not be what you wanted, but we could really use the help. I'll get my stuff. Hey. It is. Sorry? Joining your team. It is what I wanted. Glad to hear it.
That's sweet. That's sweet. I like that. That's nice. That's a nice thing for us. I love that gif. Yeah, me too. I forget what it's from. What is it? There's an original version that I've seen. Can't remember what it's from.
The Antam hate magic. They always talk about how much better Qunari are than everyone else. Now they worship elven gods for power? Hypocrites. But it explains why they pushed so hard into Ravane.
With this, Demeter's Crossing and the Blighted Dragons, and everything else we're all dealing with, feels like we're at war. A lot of little wars.
They want a war? We'll damn well give them one.
You need an army to fight a war, though. They've got two. The Venatori and Antam wasted no time allying themselves with the gods. Power at any cost.
So how do we fight back then?
We don't have an army, but we do have allies, like the Veil Jumpers.
After Demeter's Crossing, it's personal for them.
The Crows, particularly after we helped save their city.
Thea and Viago know what is owed. They will make good on that debt.
Also, Lady Morrigan requested a meeting at the Cobbled Swan in Minrathous.
That's good.
Could she have found some trace of the gods?
Probably. Morrigan doesn't visit crowded taverns for fun.
No,
I also heard from Grey Wardens out in the Hossberg wetlands, Antoine and Evka. Something strange is happening with the Blight there. I bet it involves the gods.
The first warden didn't seem impressed the last time we met.
I heard he told you to piss up a rope.
Will he be in the wetlands?
I don't keep track.
They call him the wetlands.
But he can't stop you from
that's where all
asking
the
a few
piss is.
questions, if we're fast enough.
Gillenane has laid low since we hurt her dragon, but the Blight spreads rot wherever the gods go.
And no one's better at tracking Blight than Wardens.
Morrigan and those wardens feel like our best leads on finding the gods.
Are they really gods? Or just ancient mages? It's not clear.
They're gods, or the closest damn thing to them.
Nev, you're back.
Yeah, I am.
Couple new people have joined the team since you've been gone. This is Professor Emmrich Volkaren. He's our fate expert. And Taash, our dragon hunter. Hey.
Charmed.
Right. Not everyone has met.
So you're a dragon hunter? Minrathous could have used you.
What's going on?
Back home, what isn't? Look, you made an impossible call without enough information. I get it. It's the corner the gods put us in. It just might take time to shake off.
You are back though, right?
Yeah, Belle. I'm back.
She came back.
Given how things have gone, I wouldn't blame you for staying away. So thanks. We can't do this without you.
After what happened to Minrathous, I've got even more reason to go after the gods. If anyone's got a shot at this, it's the people here. I'm still on the job. Count on it.
Great. Let's follow up on some leads.
I'll let Lady Morrigan know we're ready to meet.
I'll send word to Antoine and Evka. They're holed up in a town called Lavendel.
Everyone else should rest up. Be ready to move when I call.
Neat.
Never easy, is it, kid?
What do you mean?
Making the big choices, then living with the consequences.
Feels like stopping two gods isn't the kind of thing that should get handed to a fresh leader. Though someone needs to be in charge, right? Everyone's looking to me for answers. I have to be ready to give them, even when I'm not certain.
And that's why I recruited you, Rook. I knew you could fill my shoes. Anyway, you've got a meeting with Morrigan to attend, and dealing with whatever the Wardens found. All this chatting has taken it out of me. Think I'll rest for a bit. Good work, Rook. You'll find your way through this. I know it.
I love him. I love him so much. I'm so glad he survived. Finally, we got the whole squad. We got the whole squad here. Nev is hardened. After experiencing the blighted dragon attack in Minrathous, Nev is less trusting and more self-reliant. Her damaging abilities are increased, but she will no longer use supportive abilities and relationship progress is slowed. Oh, wow. So if you picked the other city, then, and you were trying to romance Nev, that would be like a huge debuff. Well, good to know, I guess. Duly noted.
A third edition of the Unnameable Elements? I didn't even know it had editions.
Oh, it's much improved with the index. Please, borrow it if you'd like.
They're book
I'd
nerds.
love to. Oh, Rook, you probably wanted to say hi. Thanks, Professor.
You look moved in.
Just a few essentials. Manfred was a great help with the
I love him
boxes.
so much. Oh, my heart. Oh, my heart.
What a fascinating place this lighthouse is. What do you make of it?
Better with an expert mage.
Early on, it mostly felt empty, but it's gotten more homey with each new person.
For all its grandeur, the lighthouse does seem meant for company.
Did you get the tour yet?
Oh, I've been exploring, but I noticed a few of the others taken aback by Manfred, and I overheard remarks about my skulls. My necromancy won't cause any undue worry, will it?
No way.
Oh.
But a few people might not get it.
Oh, I'd hope to make a good first impression.
Oh my god, I love
Laura's
him
excited
so
you're
much.
here. Everyone else just has to get to know you.
Please excuse me. Manfred and I should finish our inventory.
He's so
Thank you
good.
for stopping by.
Dude, he's so good. Oh my god. I love him so much. And then there's stuff in here? Cool. We get another one? Oh my god.
By the way, Rook, before I left, Myrna and Veilguard asked if we could assist with an outbreak of hauntings across Thedas. They also mentioned displaced wisps in the necropolis. I'm not sure what's frightened them, but it bears investigation.
Hauntings and scared wisps? Let's look into it.
Thank you. We'll depart for the necropolis whenever you're ready.
Hell yeah. Oh, Manfred, how are you? Necropolis halls. Okay. Forgot to say hello. Can I take the tea? Thank you. Delicious. Manfred is just a skeleton creature. Manfred really is creature coded. I can't believe it. They put the creatures in the game. Seeing you enjoy the game so much makes me want to try the entire series at some point. Genuinely, oh yeah, I mean, I have to recommend it.
The spirits lament, dweller.
The earlier you go, the more like rough around the edges they are. But I really think that like I played them completely out of order. Like I played Dragon Age 2, then Inquisition. Need to find more mementos. Yeah, I played Dragon Age 2, then Inquisition, then Origins last, and I think that's part of why I like Origins the least, is because I played 2 and I was like, this is a pretty good game, and then I played Inquisition and I was like, this is a great game, and then I played Origins and I was like, this kind of reminds me of 2 somewhat and Inquisition somewhat. But I think I understand and appreciate Origins more now that I've actually played.
Hey, Rook. Looking for something?
Actually, I was. I love that she's just in here drinking. They just kind of wander the area. That's really funny. Oh, she's drinking tea because we have Manfred with us now. Is that why? Because if so, that's adorable. He's here, right? This looks really nice. It almost looks like it wasn't here before. Like, I don't think this just wooden structure was here. That's a little odd. Right? Hassan.
What? You're hungry? I found a yam in the kitchen. Stubborn just means you'll starve.
Trouble settling in?
Doing the best I can. My job was to keep the Griffins safe, not fix their dinner.
I meant Hassan.
Oh. I guess we're both adjusting.
Then where did Hassan and the others come from?
Way I heard it, someone found a journal a few years back that mentioned a secret clutch of eggs. They'd been hidden for centuries, protected by a ward. Started hatching and out came 13 talkative griffins. Now, down to just one.
Even for a griffin, it has to be hard losing your brothers and sisters.
They're a talkative bunch, always squawking at each other. Maybe it means something?
I like the creature with
Lancet and Remy would know what to do.
with
They
the
said
wings.
a warden and a
That's
griffin
good.
have to move as one. Think as one. They call it Turlum, sort of unity. But now, they're both dead.
Why'd the Gloom Howler attack the Eyrie?
I intend to find out. First it stalks wardens. Now it's after the griffins.
Doesn't seem right that they'd go extinct twice.
Not if I have anything to say about it. You sure you'll have time to help? You've got a lot on your plate. Elgernon and Gillenane. Hard to believe.
Our very own elven gods are ending the world.
That'll endear us to the rest of Thedas. But I have to say, killing a monster is one thing. Taking down the goddess of all monsters and the god of vengeance while you're at it?
I'm not blind. It keeps me awake at night.
Just making sure you know what you're in for.
We're all in for it.
Well, I've been in a staring contest with death most of my life. Haven't blinked yet. What? I told you. It's yams or nothing.
Or maybe you need a new menu.
Oh, this. Yeah.
About if you move this rock?
There he is.
This'll work.
Let's hurry.
Big. Hi, Sorty VTV.
Easy.
Maker. I thought I was dead for sure.
Harding wouldn't let that happen.
The rocks. How did you do that?
Harding?
Do you hear that?
Hear what?
Sister, I feel you, touched by the ancients as I was. Find me. Look to those closest to the stone, and find me.
Harding? What's wrong? What are you hearing?
I'm sorry. Let's just get our friend to safety, and then we'll talk. Okay.
Is he a human? He doesn't look like an elf. Well, she got a keepsake from that. That's good. Harding's bond increased. Nice.
Careful ahead.
Well,
Let's see what you got.
more of these guys. Let's hit him with the combo.
Righto.
Hit him with the combo. I hit him with the combo.
You got it.
Okay, there you go. It took her a second.
Looks like we're doing this.
There's another thing I liked about Inquisition more than the other games. Was actually it's a very colorful game. It's oftentimes a really pleasurable like visual experience, and I think that this game has really done a lot. I saw a few people kind of like not loving the purple like kind of themes on like the pause menu and stuff, but I don't know, it's kind of grown on me. You know? There is like one thing that I've been thinking about a lot, which is like, why is it called the Veilguard? Nobody has said Veilguard in the game yet.
Finish them off.
Like I think it should have just been Dragon Age 4, right? I don't think that's that crazy to say that it probably should have been Dragon Age 4. Because it's basically Dragon Age 2 too,
Couldn't
right?
get out.
It was going to be Dragon Age Dreadwolf.
Too.
Whoa. Pretty. Oh, I understand everything now. The universe unfolds before me.
Hey, Rook.
What do you need?
Never mind.
Found the other crystal?
Great. Slot it in.
Awkward nerd girls make my heart go dun 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 dun, dude. I love them so much. When she vents to you autistically and your heart's just like boom, 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 boom,
There.
boom, boom, boom.
Done.
Hey, you okay?
Oh, I'm fine. Or will be. It takes a lot out of you, all those little magic bits. Not hard, just exhausting. But it needs to be done, and done right.
Yeah, keeping reality from falling apart is important. But other veil jumpers can do this. Why not let them?
Because maybe then I can make up for it.
Make up for what?
Oh, she has trauma.
For not being good enough? When it counted?
No.
I'm sorry. I can't. Not right now.
No. Oh my gosh. That's no.
Laura, I'm...
My brother.
What?
There. You asked me why I did this. Why I put myself out here. For him. For my brother. Wherever he is.
What happened to your brother?
Syrian. His name was Syrian. We were the same, you know, in a lot of ways. We wanted to learn everything. About Elvenon, the magic, the people, all of it. We heard about the Notisterthalin, figured it had the answers, or some of them. Then Arlathan started going wrong. I joined the Veil Jumpers to help people. And he kept looking, kept putting himself in danger. It should have been safe. I know, I checked that artifact 3 times. I guess it should have been 4. Artifact started pulsing. He was too close. I couldn't find my way in. They called him a hero. Wanted to make a statue. They thought it would make it all okay. It wasn't fair. But it never is it? Syrian felt responsible for our people, for me. My little brother. He thought he needed to take care of me. He called me Vora Shivan, hummingbird in Elven. Said it was because I could never sit still. But he loved me for it. Said it kept him thinking, trying to keep up. And he helped me too. He kept me focused, anchored. And now he's gone. Because I wasn't good enough.
It's not your fault. You have to know that.
Then why does it feel like it was?
You lost someone important. Guilt's part of that. But if you don't learn to get past it, you'll drown.
I wish it were that easy. I've tried. Told myself I couldn't have done anything, and my head believes it. But my heart doesn't. So I try to make up for it. Honor him. Learn about our people. Find the truth. Maybe when I do, I'll feel it.
Feel what?
That he forgives me. And that I deserve it. We should head back. Rook? Thank you for being here.
That's really sad. I didn't know it was gonna be sad like that. Bellara personality, cheer. Bellara story, cry. True. That's so true. Oh my god. Oh. The happiest faces hide the saddest stories. I thought that was gonna be a joke when I read it. Because I'm so used to, like, friends of mine, like, sending me, like, text messages with, like, crying emojis that say stuff like, always remember, ... the ones who laughed the loudest have the fattest asses. And then it's like a sad face. So I, when that comment was sincere, I wasn't ready for it. Whoa, Taash.
Usually have to dodge traps and fight spiders to see this much old elven stuff. Talk to Isabella if you want to sell any of it. She'll get you a good deal.
Spoken like a veteran treasure hunter.
Yep, for gold and glory. The lords make runs no one else can. Isabella's undies would catch fire if she saw all this.
Jesus.
So why do the Lords of Fortune care enough about dragons to have a dedicated dragon hunter?
Lots of great old crap ends up in dragon hordes.
Why do dragons care about gathering treasure? It's not like they go to the market.
Dragons like metals and gems. Anything glittery catches their eye.
So they're like really large magpies.
Kinda. And they live for centuries. Lots of time to gather a bunch of shiny crap. Plus all the gear carried by idiots who thought they could kill a dragon.
Feel free to use the ancient elven artifacts for weight training, but nothing leaves with you, okay?
Don't worry about that. The Lords of Fortune aren't thieves.
Most of us shadow dragons are wanted for worse than theft, but if some lords are in it for themselves...
Nah, anything we hunt is salvage. Old forgotten ruins and crap. And we make sure we're not screwing over a culture that lost it. That's what my
I
mother
see
does with the
Isabella's learned a
Canary stuff.
certain lesson from a certain altercation in a certain Kirkwall with a certain era shock. That's good.
We should do this again. Grab a drink, share our tallest tales.
Okay, I was gonna go back to Ravane later. Got a thing to do for my mother. You can come along, if you want.
Do I need to be ready for combat? Or traps?
Nah.
All right, just let me know when.